Okay, anybody who wants to speak can ask for a mic. Idea is not to stick to one subject or to do a Q&A. I will definitely do a Q&A, and if you have any questions to me, I'll definitely try to answer. But I want sometimes, I want to speak about topics which are relevant or going on in social media. But Twitter has its own limitation in terms of what all you can write. Requires a lot of patience as well. So I would want you to discuss a couple of issues, obviously without trying to demean anyone. Issues, not people. And let's see where it goes, and then we can experiment with the topic again. So I wanted to talk about now. There is a since morning, or maybe a couple of days or couple of weeks. I just noticed since morning, a lot of people are tweeting about someone showing display of wealth, or showing car or PNL or whatever, right? And everybody is saying it is wrong. It is some people are also saying it is unethical, and some people are saying it is unethical and fraud, scam, whatever you might. I have a little different view on it. See, being an influencer on social media is very hard. Okay, those who have tried will be able to relate to it. Getting every incremental follower is not easy. It doesn't come automatically, and most of the influencers have grown in last 4 5 years without having massive ad budget. So anything which brings you new followers, which actually influences your followers, it's a very legitimate tactic in the book. Now, if there is a girl on Instagram and she is, let's say, advocating for beauty products, okay, then she will have to show that she is actually beautiful because she is selling beauty products. If there is a fitness blogger or someone who is into gym and selling stuff related to fitness, personal training and stuff like that, he will have to show how good his physique is, right? He will show his six pack, he will show how committed he is, or what is the value of commitment and discipline. Every tweet will be around that, and he will show his personal wealth. I believe that health is the biggest wealth. So he will show his personal wealth, which is his body, that how tall, how chiseled, or how God gifted he is, or how much hard work he has done on his body. Now we belong to a community where everybody is selling some product related to wealth, some product related to how to acquire more wealth, how to be a better investor, acquire more wealth, how to be a better trader, acquire more wealth, right? How to be a better algo coder, or buy my algo code and acquire more wealth. So everything stops to having more money. So if a guy wants to sell that idea and then subsequently wants you to sell any of his product, like to sell his YouTube subscription or to sell his seminar, webinar, PMS, a lot of people are doing PMS. Oh, he has to show how much wealth he has. That's the reason people show PNL. I mean, I have also started showing PNL because nothing else was working. That is the reason people show their, they bought a new car, they bought a new house, or they make an elaborate video. There's nothing wrong or unethical about it. It's around the thing that guy is trying very hard to sell, which is a product related to wealth, right? You think all the money which comes from YouTube is very easy. I made 102 videos on YouTube. I got kind of burned out. I couldn't make more. It takes a lot of stamina. And I used to make videos of 9 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay. It takes almost 2 3 hours to do the editing, do everything around the video, think about what you're going to say, shortlist the stocks if you're talking about stocks. It's not easy. It looks very easy. It's not easy actually. And there is a guy who is buying new car, new apartment, and everything. He's making 3 YouTube videos every day. Before the market opens, 8:30, 8 o'clock, his video is ready. So maybe he's getting at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, making a video. Okay, earning huge money through the video. But how many of you actually get up at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock for any other thing? Most of us are just plain lazy and jealous of the guy. That's my limited point. What he is doing is like is from the book. In US also, all the crypto influencers, they do that. They hire cars, Lamborghini and Ferrari and all, they show flashy lifestyle, right or wrong. Ethical, we all did one course in ethics in engineering college, or when we were kids, or when we were in class 11. Everybody has a different meaning of ethics, and half of us have skipped that class, right, for something very unethical, right? So ethics goes differently, but legal or not, let's let it be decided by the law of the land, right? So just, I see everybody pouncing on him that, and he is actually enjoying it, that this is unethical or there's something wrong, ugly display of wealth. No, it is not. It is his business. It's like somebody who is selling an FMCG product and does some advertising on TV showing that, my Rin soap will cleanse your collar, or, you will say it is unethical. Why are you, if your product is so good, Rin is so good, why are you advertising it? Was advertising Rin is the job of the FMCG company. So it's his job to show his car or his house or whatever. That's my limited point. I would want all of you to give your views on it, and then we can probably move on to the next topic if you have anything in mind. Please feel free to ask for a mic. Anybody wants to ask for a mic, please feel free. And please refrain from taking any names or trying to demean anyone in particular. We're talking about a concept, right? Vishal, you took a mic.
हेलो
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 सर, जहां तक मुझे समझ आता है, जो वो सर हैं, ट्रेडिंग वो
Yeah.
करते ही हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन
हेलो
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वो उनका सेकेंडरी है। हेलो,
हाँ, तो उसमें दिक्कत क्या है? ट्रेडिंग सेकेंडरी होने में क्या
सर
दिक्कत है?
मेरी
मान
आवाज
लो
आ रही है?
ट्रेडिंग नहीं भी
हेलो
करते तो भी क्या दिक्कत है?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, दिक्कत नहीं है। तो
हम्म,
बस ऐसा, मतलब उनकी ट्रेडिंग सेकेंडरी है, उनका
मुझे
मेन
नहीं आ
वो
रही इसलिए
यूट्यूब
सर
अर्निंग
प्लीज
क्लासेस क्लासेस
ठीक करने
वासेस
लगे
चलाना ही
जो बहुत
मेन
अच्छी
है।
चीज है ना। अगर
हाँ,
यूट्यूब
आई
से
थिंक यू हैव टू
बीस
रिमूव मी
तीस
देन
करोड़
आई विल
रुपए
कम
कमा
बैक अगेन
पाऊं,
हम्म।
तो
तो
मेरा फैमिली भी बहुत थैंकफुल रहेगा, और मुझे भी बहुत प्राउड अचीवमेंट फील होगा, राइट? आसान नहीं
हाँ
है ना
हाँ
वो भी।
हाँ, तो बस यही है कि वो जो अपनी जो यूट्यूब से जो करते हैं ना, तो बस वो फैंसी जो थिंग है वो मेंटेन करने की कोशिश करते हैं थ्रू अकॉम्प्लिशमेंट, अपार्टमेंट लिए, कार लिए, क्योंकि आज भी लोगों को स्टॉक मार्केट ज्यादा फैंटेसाइज करता है। ये मुझे ऐसा लगता है बस।
नहीं, ये केवल स्टॉक मार्केट से रिलेटेड नहीं है। अगर आप किसी भी एक पर्टिकुलर, चूंकि हम सब लोग स्टॉक मार्केट को फॉलो करते हैं, अगर आप कल के क्रिप्टो को फॉलो करेंगे तो क्रिप्टो में भी ऐसे लोग हैं जो यही सब दिखा रहे हैं, और ऐसे ही फॉलोअर्स आते हैं, ऐसे ही फॉलोअर्स बढ़ते हैं। ऐसे ही आप कोई
हम्म
प्रोडक्ट बेच पाते हो, ऐसे ही आप पैसा कमा पाते हो। अल्टीमेटली तो ज्यादातर जो लोग कहीं पहाड़ों में जाके ध्यान लगा रहे हैं, उनके अलावा ज्यादातर लोगों का एंड मोटिव तो यही है ना कि लीगल तरीके से ज्यादा पैसे कमाना, राइट?
हम्म।
Anand, can you hear me?
या आई कैन हियर यू।
Hi. So I will put my views in this. Generally, I don't speak on this much now because mera thoda opinion is very different from what the other FinTweet people are like have. So they think a lot in terms of ethics and क्या उस point से मतलब है कि like समाज सेवा and all those stuff. It is merely a business standpoint. ठीक है, आपका बिजनेस ऐसा है जहाँ पे आपको ऑपरेशनल कॉस्ट बहुत कम है सारा, ठीक है, एंड देन यू अर्न 20 crore rupees, who wouldn't take that business? ठीक है, it's you मतलब you have to take it as a, he's not a trader, he's an influencer, he picked a niche. He could have been in a beauty industry, he could have been into a, let's say, fitness industry, any industry. He saw at 2018 or 17 whatever कि मैं तो ट्रेड करता ही हूँ, ठीक है, and I see this industry picking up, like this thing blowing up, a lot of people will trade, and I picked this industry and I'll influence this industry. Influencing is not an ethic question or anything else, okay? It's a business question. All the thing he does is marketing 101. All this glamour, all this everything that he shows is intense, like is intentional. It's not like to कि वो ऐसे randomly कर रहा है, वो सब intentional है. He's creating controversies because that is intentional. That is how you grow influence. Like वो controversies भी intentional है. If you tell me कि अगर ये मतलब why he is like getting into this stuff, why he's posting that stuff, he should be knowing कि यहाँ से controversy create होगा, वो सब intentional है. It's all a numbers game, understanding how humans behave to another. अगर सबको लगता है कि एथिकली वो बंदा गलत है और ऐसा है, तो उसको मार्केट से बाहर कर देते, मार्केट से बाहर कर देते ना, एज एन इन्फ्लुएंसिंग मार्केट से बाहर कर देते, पीपल वुड हैव स्टॉप्ड वाचिंग हिज वीडियोस. but they are watching his videos. He's like the top FinTweet guy, like not FinTweet, but like finance tube guy there is like right now, and he's making tons of money through that. Like he has cracked that part ki jahan pe he understands ki entertainment kahan bik raha hai, and I'll provide that entertainment. Be it anyhow. Like वो judge करना market का cycle है कि market judge करेगा कि does he like does they like do they like what he's providing, like not as in just as in trading kind of a source but as an entertainment kind of a source. The problem lies is कि सब सोचते हैं कि वो trading सिखा रहा है, like the guy or anybody who's doing YouTube are traders. No, they are not traders. Any big trader, any trader who's very big, very proficient, very like earns tons of it would not be on YouTube. Why would he be on YouTube? Everything comes down to your time value. कितना time आप devote करते हो किस चीज में और वो कितना opportunity cost खाता है. So let's say अगर मैं बहुत बड़ा trader हूँ and I earns millions and millions of money and like I do YouTube as well, but YouTube will cost me a lot of time, which will be less valuable than my trading time. I would not do YouTube. But for him, it is more valuable. It is earning tons, and it's all risk-free money. Understand now? When you put market, like when you put money in the market, you are putting value at risk. Like you are putting you're putting some kind of a risk and reward scenario. There is no risk on YouTube. The risk is only time that you have given up. Okay, so it's a business, and वही है कि you have to treat it as a business. It's just like a marketing 101 कि Apple बोल रहा है कि यार my phone is 1 lakh rupees because of exclusive. Everybody knows it's exclusivity cost. It's not like a production cost. Production cost has 1/15 there, 1/10 there. But exclusivity cost दे रहे हैं and everybody is willing and everybody calls it ethical as well. Like इतना cash in the bank है कि कोई हिसाब ही नहीं है. Like they can buy countries in themselves. It's just that कि because वो उनको अच्छा लग रहा है तो उसको ethical बुला रहे हैं and they are buying it, and because वो ये समझ नहीं पा रहे उसको unethical बुला रहे हैं, but they are still buying it. They're still buying like all YouTubers and all. So मतलब you have to see what he or any YouTuber or any influencer is doing from a business standpoint कि क्या मतलब क्या return है. Most of the things that they do, they are very smart people. They do it because their incentive lies in it. वो like सब कुछ खुद incentivized है.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's what I'm saying. That a lot of people are just, unnecessarily taking offense to it, while it is the core activity, right? That's what you have to do
So
in order to
why
survive
most
in the
people
market.
like this in this industry, why most people are taking it because they don't understand business. उनको like अब trading ऐसा 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 काम है ना जहाँ पे पैसा तो बहुत सारा है आना जाना, like transaction of money is large, like it's not small, but it's not through a business operation. तो मतलब उसमें कोई operational business का ऐसे नहीं लगता कि मतलब वहाँ पे आप risk डालते हो लगता है. That like influencing is like movie बना रहे हो कि आप एक production बना रहे हो, and like the guy we are talking about, he has top quality production value. Well, his production value compared to what we would do, you do, I would make a start. It will be nothing. Like he's doing a Hollywood kind of a movie quality production values compared to what other in the same niche. But I'm not comparing. I'm just saying in the niche, he's like top production quality value. Top his. I think he like even what he like the 10 minutes video would take like उसका script लिखने में भी उसको 2-3 घंटे लगता होगा, किसी से लिखवाता होगा. That would also be like it has a total operational वो. तो that people don't understand, तो उनको लगता है कि नहीं नहीं ये तो, and a lot of this is also coming because it's very hard to replicate. It's not easy to replicate. कि लोगों को लग रहा है कि यार ये क्या है, मतलब YouTube पे जाके YouTube बनाओ, ऐसे करके देखो पता चलेगा. There are millions and millions of people who are trying on YouTube, like, and it's very difficult. It's not that easy. It's a proper business, and like being at one percentile of any business is very tough. So it's just most of it is because of people don't understand what is going on, or people are like this seems so simple, but like, and he's reached top 1%, and top 1% always get the hate कुछ किसी ना किसी कारण से. I मतलब unlike most of the people, I don't treat YouTubers as traders or anything. I just treat them as entertainers, and I have great respect for them because they have nailed their art. They are the top 1% of what they do. So और सबसे अच्छा क्या है, रिस्क फ्री मनी है. मतलब मैं ट्रेडिंग में रिस्क डाले बिना कमा रहा हूँ. मतलब मैं तो आई वुड टेक दैट एनी डे कंपेयर टू एडिंग लाइक ट्रेडिंग, लाइक टेकिंग रिस्क एंड देन अर्निंग मनी. मतलब मैं कई बार बोल देता हूँ, आई डोंट नो आई शुड से दिस और नॉट. ऑल दैट मैटर्स इज आपके घर पे कितना पैसा आ रहा है. इट डजंट मैटर कि मतलब वो पैसा ट्रेडिंग से आया या फिर मतलब योर वाइफ योर पेरेंट्स वुड नॉट केयर कि जो 500 रुपए आपके जेब से उनके जेब में गए आया उनके लिए जो आया इट केम फ्रॉम trading bank nifty to straddle co options, or it came from 500 people watching that YouTube channel, or it came from mentorship program, or the 500 rupees matters. It should, understandably, it should be legally. India mein obviously, if you are doing illegal things, then you will be like sooner or later you'll get caught, whatever. But the 500 rupees, uska value intact rehta hai. It doesn't depend कि वो trading से आ रहा है या YouTube से आ रहा है या mentorship से आ रहा है या whatever आ रहा है. For you, for your family, for your people who are outside your social media game, जो social media के influence के बाहर है, real life में लोग हैं, उनके लिए वो बहुत valuable है. So that's the one thing that you need to understand. That people need to understand at least.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, was it Vishal or Nikhil?
Nikhil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, your Vishal's speaker was also unmute, so I thought that's my point. But here today, what I saw was that a lot of doctors to industrialists have taken offense on the fact that the guy is displaying his wealth. That is a little because these are supposed to be smart people. They are probably 1% in their own field. And why are they taking exception or taking offense to a fact that the other guy is just trying to conduct his core business?
So
right?
Generally क्या होता है कि business people are like जैसे businesses में क्या होता है कि there's two I have because I have been to a lot of I have a lot of network in this ना. तो वहाँ पे दो वो है like दो mindset है. एक mindset है जैसे फिर मैं I should not जैसे थायरोकेयर सर बोल रहे थे कि you should not display wealth because he's like वो top tier है for him to crack a deal, understandable, to crack a deal मतलब और या मतलब deal making capacity में उनका display of wealth नहीं मतलब वो करता influence करता. So if he goes on जैसे I met him few years back. He was in a shirt and a normal pant and slippers. I did not know he was Thyrocare's like owner. I had no clue. Well, I met him. I was like, "Ki, sahi hai, like random some business guy because business guys, second generations are like that only. Like थोड़ा सा वैसे से होते हैं. Like ये जो नया generation है, their kids are now driving Rolls Royce and driving all this S class and all those things. Otherwise, they are like these are like Skoda kind of a guy कि वो Skoda या Toyota लेके घूम रहे वाला. So I did not know, and later I came to know that this guy is worth more than 1,000 crores and like probably going to become a billionaire soon. And I was like when I listened to him and so humble, so down to ground. Those people don't need those kind of show off to gain that deal making capacity. PR Sundar is in the industry of influence. वो वही वाली बात हो गई कि अगर Kim Kardashian does not like makeup करके एकदम suited up होके नहीं घूमेगी, then she would not be asked for. Well, it depends on what kind of. So probably it's coming because they don't understand his background. If they understand his background, so obviously you would say that the display of wealth or the display of is like from entertainment industry or from this like movie. It's like a I again compare it with the filmmaking industry. कि अगर movies वाले glamour नहीं दिखाएंगे तो glamour नहीं बिकेगा. So it's just like वो glamour industry से इसलिए उसको glamour दिखाना जरूरी है. Otherwise, if he goes on a cycle to some place, who would buy that? Who would buy his courses? Who would buy the videos? Who would buy anything? He has to show that Rolls Royce, Ferraris, and all whatever he's doing. So it's just that argument that like you should not display wealth is valid for people who do not gain deal making capacity through that. मतलब वो आईफोन आप टेबल पे तभी रखोगे उसकी वैल्यू तभी होती है जब the सामने वाला sitting in front of the table doesn't know your value. So उसका क्या होता है कई बार ना जैसे if I come and meet a random people and he would not know how wealthy I am or how rich I am or how much he can gain from me. So let's say किसी भी deal making में like barter होता है. So सामने वाला वो सोच रहा होता है कि मैं इस रिलेशनशिप से क्या क्या कमा सकता हूँ. मैं सोच रहा होता हूँ मैं इस रिलेशनशिप से क्या क्या कमा सकता हूँ. जनरली पीपल who think that they could provide you more value. जैसे अगर सामने वाले को more value मिलता है तो I have the upper hand. तो मैं let's just say if I reach a broker and I tell them मैं सिर्फ फाइनेंस का एग्जांपल दूंगा. मैं ब्रोकर को बोलता हूँ कि यार मैं 15 crore रुपए या 20 crore रुपए तेरे को फंड में दूंगा, he'll give me far better brokerage rate compared to if I go and tell him कि मैं 15 लाख रुपए दूंगा. It's just the same thing कि वो it's just broadcast of like glamour, money or whatever to get a better deal. तो like these guys, these YouTubers are in that business of glamour कि उनको दिखाना पड़ेगा. It's all incentivized. मतलब इसका incentive है compared to what these super wealthy people like Ambani's or like these people who would want to. इनका है नहीं. Like they don't need to show glamour to make that deal making capacity. They have already reached that space. I think I'm making sense, but like
Yeah,
hope I'm
absolutely.
making sense.
And second thing is, as you said, I also met a couple of promoters of listed companies in Hyderabad, and one of them was driving an I-20, and his children were also not flashy, and they were not into business, and it's a very big listed company with stake of L&T and all. And I had a long talk with him about display of wealth and everything, and what he said, that since the beginning when the business starts doing well, uh, one thing is, at least in India, people are very dependent on luck. Anything goes wrong in the department of luck, and your business goes down south. So वो एक कॉन्सेप्ट होता है कि नजर ना लगे. So whenever you ask a businessman business कैसा चल रहा है, he'll never say, oh, I'm doing 10x better, or I'm going to do 100% or 200% in any sector. If you have a friend who is in dry food business, you ask him, कि ये साल कैसा जा रहा है, अरे बस काम चल जाता है, बस धंधा पानी, दाल रोटी निकल जाती है. He will never brag about it. The one big thing is because we are superstitious that किसी दूसरे की नजर नहीं लगनी चाहिए. Second thing is we are very very cautious with from the very beginning, before even we become very big, that we are very cautious with authorities as well, that whether we are complying with all the rules and all the norms of set by authority and all. So we don't want to get in the limelight for the fear of authorities as well, that tomorrow if I'm known as the biggest businessman of Bombay or biggest businessman of Delhi, it might have more negative repercussions. So that is the reason any businessman or any wealthy person always tries to downplay his wealth. And also India being such a traditional society, and I would use a strong word and you might disagree with it, is such a hypocritical society that our entire life revolves around money. But we often end up saying, oh, I don't want money, I'm not doing this for money. So we frown upon people who are wealthy actually. As a society, we try to pull down people who are wealthy. So because of these things, that gentleman who was a wealthy enough promoter told me that from the very beginning, display of wealth is frowned upon within the business community as well. But there is a second aspect to it as well, that especially with middle class and upper middle class, we want to show to people that we have a bigger car, we have a bigger house, especially with so much of social media around. This has become a benchmark. You go to Instagram or you go to Facebook, you will see people showing that I went to a foreign tour, I went to Switzerland, I bought this Honda City. They're trying to show it to their friends and peers. When you get into social media business, the influence or the area, your peers become so large. Everybody is your peer and a competitor and a guy to be influenced or guy to be impressed. So a natural offshoot is that you would show your a flashy lifestyle. Goes to a lot of influencer. So that's the reason probably someone like a gentleman from Thyro Care, he will not show his wealth. He's conditioned that way. His business doesn't require him to do that, uh, and probably he thinks that is the way to for us to conduct our life. But I mean, we might differ, right? And also, I wanted to discuss with you the aspect of. I think 90% of the people. This is a random statistics I'm throwing. 90% of the people are plain and simple jealous of YouTubers or fin influencers who are earning big money. They're just jealous. They are not in the business of retail ka bhala or some kind of agyanta dur karne ki scheme or some kind of awareness campaign. No, they are plain and simple jealous. They love to pull that person down. They love to so that jealous. What is your take on it? That people are just jealous. Am I audible, guys? Hello, hello. Yeah. Anybody else wants a mic? I don't want to be it to be a monologue, or someone just talking.
Um, can I add something to what's
Yeah,
already
yeah,
been
yeah,
said?
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry. My name is not there. My name is Nitin. Just giving a name to the ID. So, the person you said that the owner of Thyrocare. Okay, now he might not be flashy on himself. मतलब वो खुद अच्छे कपड़े नहीं भी पहनता होगा या महंगे कपड़े या ब्रांड्स नहीं भी पहनता होगा, बट जो उसकी कंपनी एडवर्टाइज करती है तो एडवर्टाइजिंग के ऊपर तो खर्चा करते हैं. So it's the same thing. Like if you go to a property dealer. So I was once talking to a property dealer and he said कि एक property dealer के पास there are only three things to show to attract higher clientele, and that is, first you should have a very good office, second you should have the best phone that you can afford, and third is a good car, because most of the times you have to take the client in your own car. So ये तीन चीजें हैं जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है. लाइक यू सेड कि कोई अगर फिटनेस के ऊपर काम कर रहा है, उसको अपना फिटनेस पैकेज सेल करना है, so पहले उसको खुद का फिटनेस दिखाना पड़ेगा. You would have to show to the public that he himself, that what he's preaching or teaching is actually working, because most of us don't know what works and what does not. So someone who's coming as a new trader or as an investor, these people want to see successful people. They want to see, and as you said, of course, that there are people who are jealous. So of course, if there's a good restaurant, there'll be people who would say that इसका खाना तो अच्छा है, but महंगा बहुत है. इससे अच्छा तो किसी ढाबे पे चले जाओ, उसकी दाल में कितना बढ़िया तड़का होता है. So it's like, but that place who's that restaurant is selling expensive food and it is still working. It is still selling stuff because not because of its just because of its name, but वो name के साथ कुछ taste दे रहा है, कुछ ambience दे रहा है. So just putting a parallel to what you're saying. So and so if someone is selling a course, there would be takers for it. And earlier what used to happen was there were only books. Now with the onset of YouTube, we have this access of learning has become so easy and simplified that people used to go for courses earlier in terms of marketing, but now those courses, that person will give some free content and say that if you want to learn more, then join my group or join a paid group. That's how it is. Like someone gives you a free sample and says, if you want a bigger and better version, come and buy it. So what's bad in it? Of course, everyone wants to ask, or everyone wants that holy grail कि सबसे बढ़िया कौन है, या किसके पास ऐसी स्ट्रैटेजी है, या कौन सा ऐसा इंडिकेटर है, या कौन हमें बता दे कि ये ले लो एंड आपका प्रॉफिट हो जाए. आफ्टर ऑल, the bottom line is everyone wants to earn money, everyone wants to get rich. So that was my take on it. I'm sorry, it was sounded more of a ramble.
No, perfectly. You communicated very well. So now we have spoken about the topic, and anybody else wants to talk about anything else, please ask for a mic. I don't see any request right now. If you have sent a request and if I'm not able to see it, please send me an emoji. If you have any questions for you to ask me, yeah, I see Vishal. Yeah, Vishal, go ahead, ask. Vishal, Parth, guys, please send a request if you want to speak. As simple as that. Otherwise, we'll close it in 5 minutes. I thought there'll be many people who would want to speak. You can ask anything, any other topic which comes to your mind, which you want my opinion on. Generally, I don't give my opinion on any controversial topic in a tweet because it can be construed in misconstrued in many ways. And yeah, we shall go ahead.
हेलो
Yes, yes.
सर, वो जो पीआर सुंदर की जो कंट्रोवर्सी है, उसमें कुछ सीन कुछ ऐसा है कि उन्होंने क्रैक कर लिया है कि उनको मेनली यूट्यूब से ही अर्निंग करनी है। और
उसमें गलत क्या है?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, गलत नहीं है, मैं बता रहा हूँ, फैक्ट बता रहा हूँ। गलत उसमें कुछ नहीं है। तो उन्होंने क्रैक कर लिया है कि उनको यूट्यूब से ही अर्निंग करनी है, और यूट्यूब के लिए चाहिए कंट्रोवर्सी, अटेंशन, ठीक है, जो उनको पूरी मिलती है। इसलिए वो हर वो ट्राई करते हैं वो करने के लिए।
ओके।
और और रही बात उनके यूट्यूब की, जो वो 2-3 घंटा समय देते हैं, तो वो काम ना उनका लड़का करता है, ठीक है।
मतलब उनका लड़का बोलता है?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको स्टोरी। उसके लड़के का ना एक टेक चैनल था, उसने अपने फ्रेंड के साथ बनाया था।
मुझे पता है
हाँ
वो टेक जॉकी करके।
हाँ
बट
हाँ।
ही इज नॉट इनटू आप पीआर सुंदर सर को पहले तो मैं ये डिस्क्लेमर बता दूं कि आई एम अ ह्यूज फैन ऑफ पीआर सुंदर सर।
आई एम ऑल्सो सर।
ओके।
आई एम ऑल्सो सर।
हाँ,
हाँ
जब ये ट्विटर उतना पॉपुलर नहीं भी था तो
हाँ
उनका एक ब्लॉग हुआ करता था
हाँ
जो
हाँ
सुबह 8 साढ़े 8 बजे वो अपलोड करते थे, जिसमें पॉइंट वाइज पॉइंट लिखते थे। आजकल वही सारी चीजें यूट्यूब पे बोलते हैं वो।
हाँ हाँ।
तो मैंने तो बहुत सीखा है। ओके।
मैंने खुद
और
सीखा
उनका
है उनसे
लड़का
ही।
जो है वो, हाँ, वो स्टॉक्स में बिल्कुल नहीं है। ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड। ही डज द बैकग्राउंड वर्क।
हाँ
एडिटिंग है, साउंड है, लाइट है, मीडिया मैनेजमेंट है, वो सारा काम वो करता है।
हाँ,
ठीक है। तो
हम्म,
अब आप जो बोल रहे हो कि उनकी जो स्क्रिप्ट है जो वो दिन में 2 बार 3 बार बोलते हैं, आई फाइंड इट वेरी वैल्यूएबल। एंड ये जैसे है ना कि अभी अभी ब्रह्मास्त्र मूवी आई,
हाँ
तो
हाँ।
मेरे घर में 2-3 लोगों को बहुत अच्छी लगी, मुझे बहुत बेकार लगी। तो वी कैन हैव अ डिफरेंट ओपिनियन। बट क्या वो काम
या
आसान है? आंसर इज नो।
नो नो
राइट।
नो।
हाँ।
तो बेसिकली उन्होंने ना क्रैक कर लिया है कि उनको यूट्यूब से ही मेन अर्निंग करनी है,
और
और उसके
उन्होंने
लिए।
कोई क्रैक नहीं किया है। ये तो जितने भी फिल्म इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हैं क्रिप्टो में,
हाँ
यूएस में,
हाँ।
जो स्टॉक से रिलेटेड है, सब लोग यही करते हैं। सब लोग लैम्बोर्गिनी और फरारी का वीडियो डालते हैं। सब
नहीं
लोग अपना
सर,
हाउस का वो दिखाते
मैं
हैं। हाँ।
मैं गौर किया कि जिनको ट्रेडिंग से अर्निंग हो रही है, वो ये सब फैंसी चीजों में नहीं करते। दे जस्ट
जिनको
डूइंग
ट्रेडिंग से अर्निंग
ट्रेडिंग
हो रही है
एंड
वो
हाइड
यूट्यूब
हाइड
पे जिनको,
देमसेल्फ। जैसे जैसे आपकी आईडी खुद हाइड है, ठीक है।
हाँ।
आपको पता है कि आप बेस्ट कर रहे हैं, अच्छा कर रहे हैं, आपको यूट्यूब की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको कंटेंट
नहीं
क्रिएशन
नहीं,
की
मेरे को
जरूरत
बहुत
नहीं
जरूरत है। आप तो मेरे बारे में भी एज्यूम कर रहे हो। मेरे को बहुत जरूरत
है।
है। और मेरे को भी अगर
तो,
यूट्यूब 30 करोड़ रुपए देगा तो मैं कभी मना नहीं करूंगा। लेकिन
तो
उसके
सर,
साथ जो एफर्ट जाता है, जो
हाँ
उसके साथ मेहनत जाती है, वो मैं कहीं ना कहीं नहीं कर पाया। मैंने भी 102 वीडियो बनाए और
नहीं,
मुझे उस उन वीडियोस पे उतना ट्रैक्शन नहीं मिल रहा था। तो
हाँ
मुझे एफर्ट करना कहीं ना कहीं बंद करना पड़ा। ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है कि मुझे
हाँ
यूट्यूब नहीं करना है या नहीं, मतलब कैपेबिलिटी में कमी बोल सकते हो, लेकिन इंटरेस्ट में, रुझान में, या करने का मन है कि नहीं, उसमें कोई कमी नहीं है। तो आप मेरे बारे में एज्यूम मत करो। और मैं तो इन्फ्लुएंसर बनना चाहता हूँ, उसमें कोई गलत
नहीं
बात नहीं है।
नहीं सर,
हाँ।
बात वो नहीं है। बात ये भी है कि आदमी को किस चीज से ज्यादा आसानी से काम हो जाता है। आपको पता है कि आपको ट्रेडिंग ज्यादा बेटर आप कर सकते हो, ज्यादा
अरे
उसमें मेहनत दे सकते हो।
ये भी मैं थोड़ा सा अपने एक्सपीरियंस से आपको बताता हूँ। आई डोंट नो यू,
हाँ।
लेकिन आसानी से पैसा कमाने का ट्रेडिंग सबसे डिफिकल्ट काम है।
सर
आसानी से पैसा कमाने
मैं
का। हाँ।
मैं उस वे में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं इस वे में
हम्म।
बोल रहा हूँ कि यूट्यूब में कंटेंट क्रिएशन के बजाय ट्रेडिंग पे फोकस करना आपका ज्यादा मोटिव है, ये।
नहीं, ऐसा
और
नहीं है। आप बहुत एज्यूम कर रहे हो सर, बिल्कुल गलत बोल
हाँ
रहे हो आप।
हाँ।
एटलीस्ट मेरे बारे में तो बोल रहे हो, मैं दूसरों का नहीं मुझे पता है।
अच्छा।
द थिंग इज कि बहुत कम लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो
हम्म
कई काम एक साथ कर पाते हैं। जैसे
हम्म
अगर जो कोका कोला का सीईओ है, उसको बोला जाए कि तुम एप्पल कंपनी का भी सीईओ बन जाओ, उसको बोला जाए कि तुम कोई जूता बनाने की कंपनी का भी सीईओ बन जाओ, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल विल नॉट सर्वाइव। इवन जिन्होंने सीईओ का काम बहुत साल किया, वो भी नहीं कर पाएंगे। डूइंग मल्टीटास्किंग इज नॉट इजी। लेकिन एलन मस्क कर रहा है, राइट? 5 कंपनियों का सीईओ है। तो सिमिलरली
बिल्कुल सर।
एक इन्फ्लुएंसर बनना, लोगों की ट्रोलिंग का मुंहतोड़ जवाब देना, साथ में ट्रेडिंग भी करना, साथ में दुनिया भी घूमना, साथ में अपनी पिक्चर्स भी अपडेट करना, ये इतना आसान नहीं होता है। तो आपको कहीं ना कहीं एक चॉइस करनी पड़ती है, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल को। लेकिन जो लोग कर ले रहे हैं वो बहुत ही इंस्पिरेशनल है और ये ताली बजाने लायक है मेरे हिसाब से।
या सर।
अच्छा, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था, सॉरी,
नहीं नहीं,
मैंने बोल तो दिया था।
एक मिनट का खत्म होने दीजिए। विशाल जी।
और रही सर वो फोटोज वोटोज डालने वाली, वो थायरो केयर सर ने जो कहा, जो पुराने समय के बिजनेसमैन है वो वेल वेल शो ऑफ में बिलीव नहीं रखते आज भी। जैसे मैं गांव गया था, ठीक है, तो जैसे पूछते हैं क्या चल रहा है बाबू, क्या काम है, ऐसा वैसा, तो मैं बताता हूँ सब मस्त चल रहा है, सब काम धाम सब बढ़िया चल रहा है। तो मेरे नाना जी ने मुझे समझाया था कि जब भी कोई तुमसे पूछे ना बेटा कि क्या चल रहा है, सब बढ़िया चल रहा है बोलना, और बस 2 वक्त की रोटी मिल जाती है, बस ऐसा उन्होंने बोला मेरे को। तो उस दिन मेरे को समझ में आया कि जो पुराने जमाने के लोग हैं ना, वो भी अभी भी उनकी सोच ऐसी है कि उनको वेल शो ऑफ नहीं करना है। और इनका जो काम है ना, ये मेन यूट्यूब से ही करते हैं। उनके लिए चाहिए इनको अटेंशन, कंट्रोवर्सी। तो उसमें ये सब करना नेसेसरी है, इसी से व्यूज आएंगे। ये मेरा
ठीक
टेक
है
है।
सर, सही सही बात है। हाँ, चलते हैं। अभी हमारे पास और भी मैक ले, एक दूसरे विशाल भी हैं, एक दूसरे पार्थ हैं, एक दूसरे अनीश हैं और एक दूसरे मनोज हैं। बोलिए, कोई भी जना बोल सकता है।
Hello, hi Anand sir. So I have a question to you. So what you said, I completely agree that he wants to be controversial so that he gets more impressions, more clicks, and all that. And what he is doing is completely ethical. He's not doing anything against the law. That is completely fine. And it is very evident that his primary source of income is not trading, but it is training through YouTube, training through seminars, and all that. When it is so
Okay,
evident,
I don't want to endorse him or anything, but
hmm,
just to tell you, this might not be a true assumption. Uh, I have a very limited experience on the topic, but I will just share one anecdote. And nowhere I'm saying that I have a 100 people or 1,000 people kind of a sample. But one of my follower, I have done spaces also with him. He had given his money to be managed to the gentleman we are talking about, and he did return 25-30% of kind of return per year. He gave, I think, a crore or more than that was given to sir, and he managed to give 25-30%. That's what I remember last for 2 years. Both the years he gave took mostly monthly option deals, like monthly option selling with adjustment, and was able to generate 2, 3, 4% per month depending on how it goes. So I think, and as I said, I have just one particular anecdote, so I'm not generalizing. I think it's a very big assumption that he doesn't earn big on trading. It's a very big assumption, and I don't try to publicly refute it, because then they will come after your throat. है ना, हिंदी में बोले तो आपका ही गलत था कि तूने पैसे लेके बोला होगा. I have no links to him. I have never ever even commented on any of his posts, but I have been following him for more than 3-4 years. I used to wait for his blog in the morning, which was very informational, and I followed very keenly during March 2020 as well, when market was showing a meltdown. His blog was very informational at that point of time, when the information itself, getting the right information itself, was very crucial. It was very good. And I have one guy, not more than, I'm not saying 100 or 1,000 guys, who gave money to him and got pretty decent return. If you believe 25-30% per annum is decent enough, okay. So it's a big assumption that he doesn't earn from trading or whatever. See, and another thing I want to tell, if someone has a trading skill, okay, and then starts getting risk free money from YouTube, your trading will also get enhanced, because you are able to take more risk when you are not worried about from where the next meal will come, from where I will pay for the rent. As a trader, you are able to look at money more dispassionately, more objectively, as a raw material of your trading. Your trading also get enhanced. So he's doing 10 other things. He's doing training, we all know. He's doing endorsements of uh, crypto exchanges and everything else. He's managing money and wealth advisory, his own trading. So, and that too when he's nearing 60. So this is just wanted to correct a lot of assumptions on this, that he doesn't earn from trading. I don't think so.
no,
That's my personal view.
no,
Yeah, go ahead.
no. What I'm saying is, trading is not his primary source of income. Training
We
is his
don't know.
primary source.
We don't know.
Yeah, I mean that is why all most of the people are crying on Twitter, right? They are
Most of the people
complaining about.
might be crying out of jealousy only, right? How can we know that trading is not the primary source? Like, I'm just questioning that basic assumption.
Yeah, we don't know anything. My question is very simple. When nothing is clear, why are so many people paying lakhs of rupees to attend seminars?
I mean, I'll tell you, I'll give you a parallel example. When I was a kid, there used to be a homeopathy medicine of increasing height. You eat the medicine and your height will increase. And in my town, there was a craze. Not that all the short people were there in my town only, but there was a craze to eat that medicine among kids so that they will be taller. I mean, people go for crazy kind of expectations. This fair and lovely cream. You apply the cream and you will become brighter, and you will become brighter than the bulb. Everything sells in India. Everything, you just make a product, design it well, market it well, and it will sell. Why people are buying it? What can be the motive of people buying Fair and Lovely cream? I mean, I have never bought it. Have you bought Fair and Lovely ever?
No, never.
But people do buy it, right? So people have different motives. People themselves might be wanting shortcut and stuff like that. So, like, how do we know, right? I
Yeah,
I,
so
I have
it's
never spent even 1 rupee on for any paid course or in trying to learn the paid thing. But yeah, I can tell you, and honest to God, I'm telling you, at least 3 to 4 hours every day I have spent on Quora for years together trying to find trading related answers. Okay, 3 to 4 hours. Then there was an era when 3 to 4 hours I used to study only books from Candlestick to Ichimoku, then the Bollinger and everything. I studied, right. So, but I did not spend a lot of money. I'll tell you another example. There is another gentleman in Delhi, not very popular on social media, but yeah, he has 30,000 followers, and he posted his picture with Mercedes and Audi long back. So let's call him Mercedes guy. Okay. And one of my friend's wife, a very close friend's wife, attended his webinar. Webinar was priced 3,000 or 4,000 rupees. Okay. And my assumption was that, why would anyone pay for this thing? And I asked that lady, my very close friend's wife, that why did you pay money to this guy? You could have just called me and I would have explained it to you, right? Whichever concept you want. If I don't know the concept, I would have probably studied it and explained it to you. Why would you pay? She was extremely happy with the concept that he taught. She was a happy customer. Okay. She said, she was so ashamed of her lack of knowledge in trading, in investing, that she was apprehensive even to ask her husband. Forget about husband's friend. And then this gentleman covered in 2 days, and for entire 1 year he gave support in the Telegram channel or whatever, and suggested trade ideas, and in 5,000 rupees. She said it's the best thing that she bought in 5,000 rupees. So customer was happy, and I'm sure that gentleman might not be making huge money through trading. So my limited point is that anyone trying to sell a service, if his customers are happy, then like it's too judgmental of us to make judgment about it, right?
yes, yes, I agree completely. So if the customer is happy, then no, I mean everything ends there.
And tell me, Anish, is there anything which is not freely available on YouTube? Trading
Everything
related,
is free,
investing related,
freely available.
everything is available, right? It all requires us to, because everything is hidden under a lot of shit. So it all requires us to put our hand in the shit and uh, what do you call in English? उसको छानने को क्या बोलते हैं? Sieve through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to see through that shit, find the whatever is relevant to you, keep it aside, then you wash it and you use it, right? That's how YouTube is. I had a car, and this was an automatic car with no key, without a key. There was only a remote. So during Corona, what happened was that my remote's battery died. So I can't open my car. Car battery did not die. The remote battery died. Car's remote, the battery died. So now I can't open my car. If I don't open my car, even the car battery will die, and it will be huge expense. So I went to YouTube thinking that some stupid person might have made a video about it. So how to open that remote, how to change the battery, which battery will be the best fit. It was all given, and it was done by a British guy. Okay. And very carefully he had made a 5-minute video. So on any topic, from Shahi Paneer to Afghani Rogan Josh, any topic, YouTube has everything. You don't need to pay anyone. You don't need to pay your personal trainer in a gym. You don't need to pay someone to teach you cooking or to teach you how to do good bakery. There's so many bakery classes going on, especially in NCR and in bigger cities. How to make a cake or how to make a bakery. It's all wonderfully explained on YouTube. But some people want personal touch. Some people want things to be explained personally to them. Who are we to object to that process, right?
Yes, Anand sir, and we want you to post more videos on YouTube.
I wish I could. I mean, I one thing I love the most in the entire process is the money which comes with it. So yeah, I would. Any other question you have? Tell me.
No, nothing else.
Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah, sir. Like what you're telling, even I'll agree the same. That personal touch. Yeah, even means I've gone training with 2 to 3 people. But see, these things are available in YouTube. But still, as you told, I'm ready to pay for that and get that content what he's giving same. But along with that, few other doubts are there which I tried asking in different comments in YouTube, but there was no answer. But I get it from the trainers who does this. So actually, these comments help me a lot. So like as you're telling, right? Sometimes it is what to tell. It is worth for that money. What I think, and few times even I don't have the time like what you're telling. We see through the stuff. So for that I don't have that 3-4 hours which you tell. So I think it is better to pay for that than go through the time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and it's a choice basically. I'm not saying everybody should pay. First line of attack should always be the free content which is available. There's so much of free PDF, free YouTube, plus a lot of people are sharing stuff free of cost. But not everything is worthwhile. So you should be good judgment of. You should be good judge of what is useful and what is not useful without losing money in the market. So it's a tricky area.
Yeah, correct. And one more thing, what I wanted to ask from you is, it's just opinion. I don't want to suggest to anyone, or even I don't even suggest anyone to go on this route. Means I've gone through personal loan for just for trading purpose. Whenever they removed that margin, so it was sufficient for me to make sufficient like 3-4% or sometimes even more than that, up to 10% I'm able to make. But again, I want to go through a loan, but still I'm little scared. And like, what would be your suggestion? Or any way to handle
How much
that?
loan you took? How much loan you
That
loan?
was a small amount only. It was 5 lakhs only. That is cleared off. I want to take in a bigger amount for now, like 15-20.
How much is your own capital?
My own capital is 45 now.
45 and you took 5 lakh.
No,
Okay.
that time it was less. It was around 10 lakhs. I taken
Okay.
5 lakhs.
So now your capital is 45 lakhs. How much of loan you want to take now?
Yeah, around 15-20 I want to take. I'm
If you have a profitable strategy, if you are profitable for minimum 1 year, then and if you are going to use the loan amount only to create leverage, let's say on expiry day, things like that, I think you can do that. But it cannot be a summary advice to anyone who wants to trade in the market. I strongly tell people not to borrow and trade.
yeah,
Borrowing from
correct.
father, borrowing from son, borrowing from brother, sister, or relative, or strangers is a straight recipe of disaster. You might lose relationship, you might lose money, you might end up in jail. So
Yeah,
I don't.
correct.
But you are you are borrowing from a legitimate financial entity. I hope not from money lender. If you are,
No.
and
Through personal loan, bank personal.
you have a proven track record of being profitable every month, every quarter, every year for last 1 or 2 years. I think that is the only way to create leverage, and you can do that. But as I said, it cannot be summary advice to everyone.
Yeah, correct. And one more thing is I'm still working. So I'm just having like a total a backup. Suppose if I make or break even or I'm in loss for a few months, I'm planning to take it from my salary. It's not a big problem. So yes, thanks for your
You can go
advice.
ahead. All my best wishes with you, and you can connect later on with me as to if you have any follow up questions on that topic.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, anyone? FI Nifty, Vishal, Parth.
Anand bhai,
Yeah,
the thing which you just said about कि किसी किसी को personal attention and they want and then they can learn it hand holding jaisa, something like that. So in same case, I'm also example. I've learned from more than 3 to 4 mentors, जिसमें PR सुंदर भी एक है. So actually, for at certain stages, you need that kind of things to learn properly. क्या YouTube में free है? I agree, but like हम लोग उतना dedicatively वो करेंगे नहीं. When you pay it ना, तो उसका कीमत आपको पता रहता है. You have to do that thing. तो automatically वो हो जाता है. That is what is my experience, हाँ, आनंद भाई, not for this thing which I experienced out of this.
I agree with it. जैसे अगर IIT JEE का कोचिंग है या मेडिकल का भी कोचिंग है, तो बुक्स में तो सारे सवाल दिए हुए हैं. और आजकल तो जैसे FitJ वगैरह का मटेरियल उठाओ, या you take material from any of the competitive coaching institutes. They have solved the sums, they have given you the steps, they have even made you videos. But thousands and lakhs of students, they go for classroom coaching because they want that
Right.
personal touch, they want that doubt session, they want more than that. So it's a free
I
choice, right?
Yeah, Anand bhai, I learned from growth module which Shailesh Gaikwad runs. It was more than around 1 lakh rupees ka course tha. From then, from PR Sundar sir, which was 55,000 because I was the like last seat wala wo mila tha. So then that, and now I am learning from Darshan Joshi. Means I have already started trading from long. Now I am almost trade on something around 30 lakh rupees. And now I am more connected to Darshan Joshi, if you know him.
No, I don't
So
know
he's
him, and I mean, goes without saying that I have been trading for 15 years now, and I have not paid a single rupee in
yeah,
any of the courses that any of you might mention. And I
yeah,
strongly recommend that one should believe in his own hard work and not pay to anyone, because you once you develop your own insights, it's much better always. But having said that, a lot of people are joining, and if they're happy, so be it.
yeah.
Hi,
Same, my
even
experience is that only, Anand bhai. Matlab, I've become profitable also since learning all this thing, and खुद का edge उसमें से भी develop हुआ है. That is what I wanted to say.
Sure.
hi Anand. Hi
Yeah,
dear.
go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say कि whatever you peoples are following ना, whatever strategy you are following or whatever chart patterns you are following, whatever indicator you are following, right? So just study those your setups in three scenarios. Okay, either market moves go upward or market will go move downward or market will play within a range. Okay, so within these three scenarios na, just study your setup for at least 4 or 5 months. Okay, so make rules for each and every movement. So in your setup, if market is going upward, so what indication your setup is giving you? If market is going downward, what your setup or indicator on chart pattern, whatever you are following, what indication that setup is giving you? So note down all these rules. Okay, for these all these three scenarios, right? And after that, whatever rules you had made, follow, practice those rules for next 4 or 5 months. Okay, then you will find ki now, yes, now I have you will find ki your analysis and your psychology will get strong day by day, day by day. Okay, so this is only my submission. So whatever you are doing, just first make rule for those indicators or your setup, then follow those things in your regular trading cycles,
Yeah, fair enough.
right?
Fair enough. Yeah. Anybody else has any other question, or we'll close it? I wanted it to be a short and sweet session. Anybody wants to say anything? Yeah, Vishal, go ahead.
Yeah, so currently I'm a beginner. So I see all these ads on YouTube and everywhere. The people are promoting their lifestyle and they're selling whatever their course or their material. But one thing we don't see is the other side, like how many people fail and how many people lose their money and what are the dark sides of it. So as a beginner, how should I research about the other side of it, which is not very prominent? Like how many people actually are
I'll tell you
profitable?
what. I will tell you what. I have a contra opinion on this as well. People say
Mhm.
99% of the traders fail, 95% of the traders fail, or 90% of them don't make even fixed deposit return. That is all false. Okay, they are trying to set a narrative. Can you mute your mic? They are trying to set a narrative. They are trying to sell you something. They are trying to scare you purposefully. I'll tell you what, being top performer in any field is mighty difficult. Can you mute your mic, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. Being top performer in any field is mighty difficult. I'll give you an example. In India, if there is any data available of students who take bio after class 10th, okay, take that data and then compare it to a doctor who is practicing profitably in your neighborhood. The doctor might be MBBS plus MD or MS, right? So people who take bio, then they do class 12th, then they drop a year, then they do MBBS, then they do rural posting, then they do another coaching, then they do PG, which is MD or MS, then they do residentship or whatever, and then after 15 years of education, they are able to earn a living. So if you do a percentage study of people who took bio and people who became MD, MS profitable doctor, it will be less than 1%. People who fill up form for IAS or UPSC to people who become IAS. India has, I think, 50 or 60 seats for IAS now. It'll be less than 1%. It'll be much, much less than that. If you take people who take maths and science in class 12 and those who go to IIT or NIT or similar such colleges, it will be less than 1%. To be a performer in a populous country like India, it is less than 1%. Who is a trader in India today? Anybody having a mobile phone, a demat account, and 5,000 rupees in that demat account is a trader. He takes ITC ka call or buys a Reliance share, sells 2 days later based on neighbor's recommendation. He is a trader, right? The bar itself is so low to become a trader. Anybody from a rickshaw wala to a chart seller to a doctor to an engineer to an MBA, everybody is a trader nowadays. There is no qualification required, there is no experience required, there is no study required, there is no course required. So when the bar is so low, if you are counting from who started to who became successful, it will be less than 1%. But if you talk about someone who spends 2 to 3 hours every day in learning something new, and I'm not saying, I cannot say it 1,000 times, you don't have to pay anyone. Everything is there free of cost nowadays. It was not the case 10 years back or 15 years back when I started. Anybody who tries to learn 3 to 4 hours every day, something fundamental or technical, Ichimoku, harmonics, whatever, it's a vast field. One or two things tries to learn. Then 4 to 5 hours without fail, anybody tries to see the market. When you go to an for an MBBS course, they don't give you a scalpel and they don't give you a scissor and ask you to operate on a patient. They take you to mortuary. They ask you to look at how a dead body is being opened up. That is the first task. वो क्यों नहीं दे तुमको बिठा देते कि तुम जाओ जाके देखो. Similarly, you have to look at the market, how market is behaving, how it behaved on RBI policy day, how it behaved after the Fed event day, after two big red candles. What will be the third candle? You have to see it live. You have to see the dead body being opened up before you put your first penny on the counter. Okay, do people do that? No, they want to become crorepati overnight. Okay, that is what 1% guys are telling you, right? Anybody who is serious enough, there is a far greater chance of you becoming a profitable trader than you becoming a profitable engineer or you becoming a profitable doctor or you become a practicing chartered accountant. Okay, so once you decide that, boss, I'm going to give 8 hours a day for next 1 year or 2 year, there is a very very high chance that you will be profitable. Okay, so this most of the guys end up losing money. This is a folklore stories coming from villages to small towns, and some of your relatives might have told you, and now all these influencers on the other side are trying to scare you. It's a very very valid and a low risk profession in the sense that you don't have to start with a big capital. and you should not listen to such influencers that okay ये तो मेरे से होने वाला नहीं है. A trader's job is very tricky in the sense that he has to be an optimist. I don't know where the market will be tomorrow or next month or next year, but I have to be optimist enough that I will make money. If you are in the very beginning, you are demotivated and pessimistic that nobody makes money, nobody makes money. Let me try. With that mindset, you are surely going to fail. Anybody is surely going to fail. So one has to be optimist to start with. Okay, why trading is a very very uh, low risk profession. I was talking to one of my friend, and in Hyderabad. He wanted to start an anda burji stall in High Tech City. He didn't have much money, 10-15 lakh rupees. He wanted to start near one of the in High Tech City, in one of the big office spaces. There was nothing to eat, and he wanted to start a thela of anda burji. He was working with a bank, and he said, I'll quit my job and I'll start an anda burji. To start an anda burji stall where you will just sell omelette, anda burji, boiled egg and stuff like that, you need to make investment. You need to give money to authorities. You need to take a food license, and you don't know what will be the dynamic, whether people are going to eat it, and then it's a back breaking job of 13 hours, right? In trading with a very small capital of 2 lakh 3 lakh, you can experiment whether it works for you or not, whether you are made cut out for this kind of profession or not. you know if you want to start a restaurant, or if you want to start a factory, or if you want to do any other business, the bar is very high in terms of the risk you have to take with money. And again, you'll have to start there as well with zero experience. Okay, so whoever is listening, if you are new to the area, don't get disheartened that nobody makes money. No, that's false actually. If you are willing to put in 7 to 8 hours every day without fail, you will find something. And again, I'm saying for the 10th time, you don't need to give your money to anyone else. You just need to work hard with free material which is available, and you will be profitable. Okay, Vishal, have I answered your question? I think I have not, but you got what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I got it, sir. Thank you.
So I'll close it if there are no questions. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for attending at such a short notice. Thank you. Bye bye.